Terraria's Old One's army has a plethora of powerful weapons and accessories locked behind it, one of those being the Sky Dragon's Fury. In today's video, I'll be going over how you get this thing, how it functions, and then we'll test it out against the real deal. If you like this type of video or find it interesting, please consider subscribing, and without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Let's start off with obtaining this thing. The Sky Dragon's Fury is a 25% chance to drop from Betsy, the final boss of the Tier 3 Old One's army. To fight the Tier 3 Old One's army, you are gonna have to have beaten Golem in your world, but other than that, you can go talk to your tavern keep, get some Eternia crystals in a stand, and begin the event. The first few waves are rather easy if you have a weapon like the Terra Blade and use your Ballista Staff. I recommend the Ballista Staff because it's the best at dealing with the hordes of enemies that this event will spawn. Once you finally make it to wave 7, you're going to want to focus all of your efforts on Betsy, because once she is defeated, the event is over. For me personally, I got extremely lucky and the Sky Dragon's Fury dropped on my first attempt. You might not be so lucky, but give it a few tries and eventually you'll get yourself the Sky Dragon's Fury. So, how does it work? Well, the Sky Dragon's Fury has 2 attacks. When you left click, the Sky Dragon's Fury will spin about the player and attack anything that comes within its attack radius. When you right click, the Sky Dragon's Fury shoots out 3 Electrosphere projectiles that linger and constantly deal damage to enemies. I was able to achieve some pretty impressive DPS with this thing, but I'm sure what you're all wondering is how does it do against the real deal? Let's start off with how it did against the Cultist. Because of its lingering projectiles, whenever the Cultist went into its clone phase, I was almost guaranteed to hit one of the clones. This meant that a Phantasmal Dragon would spawn and rip me from existence. And unfortunately, the pillars weren't much better. It did really well against the Stardust and Nebula pillars, but I died constantly against the Solar and Vortex pillars. And finally, we get to the big Calamari man himself, Mr. Moonlord. And I'm happy to say this weapon did incredibly against Moonlord. Its lingering effect was able to take out all 3 eyes at the same time. Then I had to sit through almost 6 butt-clenching minutes while the Sky Dragon's Fury slowly took out the core. It wasn't the fastest time to kill the Moonlord, and we're in, baby, let's go! Oh my goodness! But it was almost relaxing once I got the hang of it, and I think it did its job pretty well. And the final thing this thing is absolutely great at is taking out invasions. The infinite pierce of its Electrosphere attack makes it great for taking out highly concentrated groups of low HP targets. It's not even that bad of a single target weapon either, and it made taking out the tankier, higher HP enemies almost just as easy. If you're looking to farm out the Frost or Pumpkin Moons after Golem, I highly suggest this weapon for that. After this whole video, it only leaves me with one question. Is this weapon worth grinding out the Old One's army for, or should it just remain another novelty drop from Betsy? Let me know down in the comments section. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.